Welcome to that Wednesday night delight. That is your show Lowdown. I'm joined tonight by Paul and Chris, and ever lovely Crystal will join us later on. How are we doing, guys? Lots to talk about tonight.
Oh, yes, there is.
Oh, tons of stuff.
Oh, can I just quickly in advance ask that we cover this show with the beginning music of Kevin Owens' theme?
KO.
The show will be a KO, man.
Yeah, that can happen. I thought you were going to say, can we cover this show in plastic because you two are going to be jerking off all over it?
Oh, hey. I'm done with jerking off here. I'm just about the analysis now.
I'm not gonna lie. I was rewatching that till today, to be honest.
Goosebumps.
I still am, so.
Yeah.
For slightly different expect.
Anyway, guys, on tonight's show, the agenda is we've got the Raw Fallout. We've talked about Kevin Owens' debut, our thoughts on the Elimination Chamber and how close it is. We've then got our favorite segments, of course, which I know everyone loves, Pop and Heat. We've got our weekly Wazeem. We've got or Jerk, which is my favorite new segment. And of course, we've got a lovely topic chosen by Paul tonight about the lack of main event heels.
Yay!
So guys, let's get straight into it. Raw, how was it for you guys? Which one did you enjoy more, the Payback or the Raw after Payback?
Definitely the attention to the main event. I don't really remember anything else about the pay-per-view, if I'm honest. It was pretty crap.
They were almost, two parts of the same book. Payback, fine, nothing. Yeah, part 2 is absolutely better. Going into Raw, I was thinking about, okay, they need to really hype up Elimination Chamber. I want that to be focused. Elimination Chamber, I want to have a card in place for the most part by the end of Raw, and if they can, hype up NXT. Fucking mission, it is unbelievable. In 3 hours, they hyped up 2 fucking shows masterfully. They couldn't do 2 months with WrestleMania. Things are good. I was real impressed with Monday.
Well, this is what interests me. I mean, other than R-Truth being that looks pretty solid. We had the tag Elimination Chamber. Other than Los Matadores, that's pretty solid.
I told you guys they were going to cram.
They are.
They're gonna be fucking nuts to butts in those pods. It's gonna be awesome to see New Day in there.
We'd have the Elimination Chamber matches, and that'd be it. The fact that they've gone on and they've done John Cena and stuff, I'm sat there going, yes, 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 yes.
The whole situation, I think it's incredible. We were all kind of worried that Elimination Chamber was going to be this kind of slideshow that was just going to be put on the network.
Yeah,
and we'd have the matches.
Built better. It's so built better than Mania and better than Payback.
I mean, they kind of used Payback as almost of what Elimination Chamber would have been in the way that we were thinking about it. But obviously, before we get into that, like some of the segments on Raw. Obviously, it wasn't as bad as it had been. I kind of personally felt it was Seth Rollins heavy.
Most draws are, and that's because a lot of people complained that we weren't getting. So now everyone's gone, oh well, we're going to put Champion in more. And now everyone's complaining that Seth Rollins heavy. Well, heavy. Overall, this I thought it was pretty well done. I liked the use of the Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, I dare say.
Ambrose situation.
Oh, I'm looking forward to hearing that. The championship, the teams did not like what they did with Los Matadores being in it. Not see Luke Harper out Rowan in. Okay. Putting out again, like I said, R-Truth and IC. EC? Yeah, that's a thing. IC. Bad shout, but oh man, the Lana segments.
She's got Deborah.
That accurate or terrible?
I don't know. I think they may even make her keep the accent, but we'll get into that in a moment. Paul, what was your thoughts on it?
Buddy, that tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, it's fucking Podcast Centipede. Our big, giant podcast super show. So be on the lookout for that. So there you go. Now then, Podcast Centipede, that's right. Because that's what we're going to be doing.
We're just going to talk.
It's gonna be a couple hours of shit talking dick jokes and occasionally a little bit of wrestling. So be on the lookout for that. Raw. My only, I didn't like how it was bookend. I don't care for the Authority always having to open up the dick and overdone, and it drives me insane. It gives you that same old shit vibe.
Monday night, I would have John Cena open.
Yeah, why?
This Monday, have Cena open. Discuss NXT. Discuss Kevin Owens.
Yep. And you started off with a quick. Well, it wouldn't have been a match, but it would have been what it was. And that's a great hook right there. Then it just went on a little bit too long. I didn't care. I'm just not a Seth Rollins guy. I mean, I respect the talent, but you know what? He's on. He's shoved down your throat. He really is.
I know. I think it's everyone's throat. I'm like, yeah, but on Seth Rollins segment.
Well, let's just put out Roman Reigns on Raw.
Wasn't on the.
Well, that's funny. He wasn't on Raw this week. So
exactly. And if you read the SmackDown spoilers, I mean, they're really putting the screws to him in a good way. Where you're gonna really get by. They're smart with their booking with this guy. But other than that, I really dug the show. I mean, I thought everything. They really rushed through the whole Rusev-Lana stuff. I mean, they had months worth of good storyline potential. They just fucking rushed right through it.
I'm the babyface. Usually, I'm the guy that's nice and positive about Raw, and I'll tell you all the good things that fucking happened. Right now, everything changes. Dean Ambrose, how the fuck did he get in the main event picture when they're telling him that they're making a big deal out of it? And spoilers, if you haven't seen the spoilers for SmackDown this week, the reason they give Roman Reigns for not being in the main event is because he lost at Payback.
No, it's not just Payback that they discussed. They also discussed...
Either way, it makes no difference. A loss is a loss, and they tell us wins and losses don't matter. And if that's the case, then why the fuck is Dean in there?
But then they bring up the fact that Dean Ambrose legitimately pinned him.
That's fun heel stuff, though, right there. That's what you do to get the fans to go, ooh, shake their hand, and and they're getting pitchforks and torches and shit.
Well, they would.
Smart.
It would if they cared more about Reigns than they do care about Ambrose, but
exactly
they don't.
Dean Ambrose is the everyman. He's always going to appeal to that section, but Roman's fine.
I don't have a problem with him, I'm just saying.
I'm concerned as well that if you want to go back and look at stories, because WWE is beginning to do this now, they kind of look back maybe 3 months and try to pick up something that we... Sting versus Triple H at WrestleMania was about getting rid of the Authority, or at least trying to get rid of them and stop them abusing power.
It was about DX and NWO and McMahon pointing at the fact that he won yet again.
Sting at now, Authority's just doing everything they were before. It makes the whole Mania match pointless. Other DX and NWO coming out and Vince blowing his own horn, dicks, but that's how it goes.
Yeah, it generally is how it goes.
I won, you lost. Suck my F dicks.
Pretty much.
It's kind of sad, but I really do hope that in some way or other they get round to the story. They kind of explain why Dean's in that situation, why Sting hasn't came back. Honestly, I would love to see Dean Ambrose turn and join the Authority as the main event ends.
In the same way that I want him to be a lone wolf the way that AJ Styles was.
Black leather and kind of showing up occasionally. Yeah, cool.
We want a heel turn for Ambrose, but not in the Authority, because then all we're gonna hear is just the endless, oh my God, Roman gonna turn, when's Roman gonna turn, so the Shield can be back together, yay! Nah.
What we actually need now is for Dean Ambrose. If Dean Ambrose has to win Money in the Bank.
Hey Krista, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for joining us on the road today.
Thank you.
Whose voice is that?
Very funny.
It's alright, she's that grown up. jobs.
Wow.
I have a job now.
Unlike the rest of us.
I have a 9-to-5 job.
A 5 where, unfortunately, it's like an hour to get home. So.
Yeah, my commute is wicked long.
So if you got headphones, put them in because we're getting all the car noise behind you.
I am having headphones on.
Shit, get in the car.
I'm going to be on the train.
Even louder.
This is gonna be awesome.
Where?
No, it's 4 o'clock here, so the train won't get busy till about 5.
I want you to interview random people and ask them about wrestling.
Oh my god, that'd be so funny. Can you do that, please?
You want me to interview who?
Random people. If the ticket inspector. If you don't do that, you're on air now, and I'm about to, so don't disappoint.
Yeah, you gotta ask people about a Raw.
Ask people if they like it.
Do you like a Raw? What are your NXT predictions? It's what I'm gonna do to you next.
Zane, give them the choice and then walk away.
Yeah, don't even let them answer. Just go, oh,
Next
insane,
week.
then walk away.
Next.
Bye.
Okay.
All right, folks, send in on Twitter what you want Krista to ask people on her commute. That's going to be a
We'll see how the first.
If you get arrested, that's even better because that'll make a hell of a segment.
Please.
Yeah,
That'd be a
funny.
good one.
Obviously discussing Raw. How did you find it this week?
As far as I go, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, huh? And you know, I just happened to make my TV. Big AO.
Yeah, you got to tighten up that beard a little bit, though.
So I shaved, but TV made it look bigger.
We've gone Twitter and that.
Remind me never to be on TV.
But in all seriousness, it was increasingly difficult to actually avoid spoilers on Twitter while I'm trying to sleep and get to to bed because I've got work the next day. I get up and all of a sudden I get this. It's so damn difficult.
What the fuck was that? Like, car just went right through that felt like the vehicle just went through the show. Like, I ducked.
That would be a Ryder truck.
Wow. It's
The
an
Ryder
immersive
truck.
experience. I like it.
Yeah.
Tech Rider Trucks, who was on Raw. There we go. He tied it back up.
It is.
Woo woo. No, you know it.
Yeah, you know.
This way he doesn't get kicked away from catering.
That debut that full enough. Or is it just another pop. He's just coming up to the main roster for 2 matches.
I will give
Perfect.
CM and a credit for putting
It
that
was a
guy
pop.
over.
I hope when he does like his regular, like his debut, they kind of give it a little bit more, chutzpah.
And obviously, all these guys have been having their nice little moments coming up, having one match.
Well, he just stamped on the US title. I don't think you can do much more than that, to be honest.
Yeah, how badass was that?
The NXT title more impressive.
I think more importantly, he made the NXT title look more important than both.
He just completely and utterly just went screw.
People interested, if they haven't been watching NXT, it gets,
Yes.
and that's
My favorite part of that entire thing was Owens telling Cena, wait, hold on. You don't get to give me advice. I've been doing this longer than you. Fucking loved that line. That is just easily... That's a drop the mic moment right there.
Yeah.
that's my pop of the week.
Yeah. Better than you have. You don't give me advice. Ever.
Yeah.
It was perfect. The moment was perfect.
You couldn't have scripted a better debut for him.
No, not.
I kind of questioned for a while as well. Obviously, with Kevin Owens doing this kind of stuff, are they going to make it a full-time day at the beginning of the blurring of the lines between the two?
This, to me, is the beginning of the blowing of the line. The way that I see it is going to be reminiscent of the way ECW was in 07-08.
Yes, I 100% agree with Chris. Somebody write that down.
Yeah,
First
you know
time
what? I
hearing
like that. Yeah, good. I like that. I like that analogy. That's good.
Yeah, it was great.
That To me, it's big.
Right, because Pretty Bear down there.
We've seen Triple H saying recently, like I think it was yesterday, that they did a meeting.
Yeah.
You make the spots. That's what to do now.
I think as well, like we're saying, like closer to what ECW was. As long as they don't book it in the same way that ECW was, I'm all fine for that.
Yes.
But because of Paul.
No, that was booked because of Paul. That was booked because of Vince McMahon.
Sure enough.
Good times.
Even Paul Heyman on his DVD said it was only like initially was that sucked.
Well, and that's just it.
I would like to think as well. I mean, obviously, with guys like Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, coming up, even Neville.
Yeah.
I'm saying that even guys like Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Adrian Neville, all coming up, big name, if that makes sense.
Yes.
It would be nice just to see you completely on show up on Raw. Like we expect it with these guys; they're kind of bigger. I think we all knew once Sami Zayn had been there. People were hoping for a Finn Balor.
Enzo and Cass turned up on Raw to Cena's Open Challenge.
Honestly, I'd be okay with it, provided they slay Cena.
Go get them, guys.
If they let Enzo and Cass do that, they have to ensure that Enzo and Cass will be over and cheered for more than Cena is, because that's the only way they'll look good on debut that way.
Yeah, especially against Cena.
And Cena can make all the stupid jokes he wants, but you have to let Enzo absolutely tear him apart on the mic.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing I'd love as well is, I know he's out now, could you imagine Itami hitting the GTS?
Okay, the internet imploded.
If he did some...
I think if they did it in Chicago, there'd be an issue.
Because Cena's going to kick out of it anyway, so
Yeah.
you don't want to. So you really don't want to do that unless it's just a beat like you reminiscent of what we had with Owens there.
Everyone kicks out the next.
Oh, it's a transition move.
I still can't call it an AA. It's an FU.
It's an FU.
Thanks.
And a rest mode at that point.
Mode, and then it's a transitional move, like Paul said. It's just one of those things that doesn't. I don't understand why it's still a thing.
It's a terrible finisher. It is right up there with the bull hammer elbow. It's a terrible finisher.
The bull was actually looking quite impressive recently.
Well,
Yeah.
good, because before it was.
Especially when Neville...
Oh,
Yes.
When someone flies into it, it looks awesome.
When Neville pops open and smacks straight into a bull hammer, you just sort of sit and go, wow, you got owned.
Yeah. And that's when it works. But it's when he does the whole big wind up to it and changes the elbow pad around. We all know what's coming, including the opponent.
I agree. I think it might be nice to not.
Yeah.
But Jaws music, like right before he hits the bull hammer, you're onto something.
See, I still like the Mortal Kombat video from when Shawn Michaels super kicks Rey Mysterio, and you get the X-ray.
I saw another one of those.
Cool.
Quick for someone to get that on the. Guys, what's your thoughts on how close Elimination Chamber is to their pay-per-views?
I have no problem with it because they built it up better than most other pay-per-views.
Yep.
Will this then make Money in the Bank look less of a...
No, but
Well, the problem is that you have 3 shows crammed into 6 or 7 weeks, and it's really hard to build up something new from Payback to Money in the Bank. So if all these multi-man matches, like we're going to get Elimination Chamber, a couple of those are going to spin off into matches at Money in the Bank.
I also think that they really need to go back to building stories through several pay-per-views, wrapping it up with the next one, because it's. Yeah.
They're doing pay-per-views every 2 weeks at this point, so I mean, you don't have much of a choice, unless it's Ryback and Bray Wyatt, which was dry.
to admit, Money in the Bank is one of those pay-per-views where I have spots off the ladder anywhere. Or watch it Plus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, It's one of my...
Obviously, as no one's been announced yet, who do you guys want to see in the Money in the Bank match?
Doesn't Rose is in it and wins. I wouldn't mind seeing Dolph Ziggler in it just because you know they jump around like a nut. Also Rusev, wouldn't mind seeing him in that as well.
I want to see Bray Wyatt in there.
No, I don't know.
Bray in there? Yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, he was in it last year, right?
Actually, if he just went in not to get the briefcase,
Just story to wreak havoc and destroy someone else in the same way that he did to Ryback. They're going to build that. Have him go after Rusev. I mean, could you imagine those two tanks knocking hell out of each next pay-per-view?
We get Rusev.
That'd be alright.
That's Bray as a face, though.
Bray goes last week before Money in the Bank, and Bray goes in and beats the crap out of Reigns.
Yeah, I can see.
And then Ambrose gets the win while Reigns is injured.
Yeah, I'm absolutely thinking that I want to see a Bray Wyatt Roman Reigns feud. I mean, that gets him away from the title and the authority. Different for him. You know that those two are just gonna fucking knock that match out of the park. So
my concern would be if you do that, then one of them obviously has to go over, which makes the other one look, a lesser opponent, so to say.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but you could do that with Bray. He won't look any lesser.
Yeah,
so he could put
win.
Roman. He could put Roman like a mofo, and still walk away strong.
Oh, how sick did Don look, by the way, at Payback?
Style off the top rope, maybe what broke. I'm pretty sure it was the Senton, if I'm honest.
It was at least fractured when Bray.
Yeah, that did some damage.
It just looked so funny. You could see Ryback panicking as the ref got to 6 because he didn't think he'd get in the ring.
Blame him.
So it was hilarious. Like Bray landed on him, gets up fine. Like, look, I got a cushion.
If I was him count me out and just have Bray beat me down afterwards when I eventually can get back in.
Yeah, that probably would have built a storyline, but obviously they're told different things and what to do, so you can't do that.
Improvise, man. When everything goes to shit.
So obviously, Elimination Chamber being really close. We spoke a bit about the IC one. How are you feeling about the tag one, guys?
Other than Los Matadores, it's fine.
So they've managed to turn weakness in the tag division into a big strength in the past 5 months. I mean, that's pretty incredible. That they have legit six teams or so right now. I mean, that's a big kudos.
So they were shit.
Right. One of their best tag teams, the Usos, aren't even involved in any of this. So it's just going to get a little bit strong for really building things. That has just been the strength of the whole company now, is that they're doing what they did in the Attitude Era, which is they're giving everybody something to do. Everybody has a story. Everybody has a feud. You're seeing more guys featured on Raw. I mean, it's a lot of fun to see.
Well, that's just it, because you don't want to see the same 6 guys wrestle every fucking week. Not.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's seen as a big name, but you want to see him as a live. That's why people go. But he doesn't need to be on TV every week.
It's helping with that US title at the minute. I mean, I kind of look forward to that segment every week, regardless of knowing that Cena's probably going to win.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was very forward to this week because I have to be someone for NXT.
It's something that even if you're not looking forward to Raw, you can go, well, you know what? At least I'm going to get a good match. I know that John Cena is going to be in there with somebody, and they're going to put on a good TV match.
Yeah, people want to give, he's done a hell of a job.
Yeah, I mean, he's right there for MVP of WWE right now.
I'd say he earned that title a few years back, but
Yeah, I'm thinking as well, mentioning Cena in the US title. Is Owens versus Cena going to be for the belt?
I think it should be.
I don't know. I'll investigate to the Google mobile.
You'll have to, because I can't.
I have to admit, it's not at the moment, but if he turns up again next week, they could easily make it for the title.
I fully believe they're going to make that for the title, and I'd be tempted to say that Owens wins.
Actually, you'd also be tempted to say that if he doesn't win, Sami Zayn costs him it by distracting.
Yeah, I mean, how else do you make NXT look strong? You have
Yeah.
Cena then gets NXT, work with some of the younger talent, which gets him off main TV for a while, but it also puts sales on the net.
To admit, if Cena said that Cena would have gone down to NXT and cost him the match tonight, even then you could have Cena sat at ring and Owen at Cena.
Well, yeah, I mean, it won't matter. He can't lose the belt by DQ, so Cena could still attack him.
Yeah.
No, but what I'm him get out of Sami Zayn back in the ring or whatever, he gets a Cena in the crowd, still looking at Cena, gets back in the ring and walks into a haluva kick.
So, yeah.
Saying that it's just a singles.
Declared as being a US title. First thing I did after all was go and double check that. It is not currently for the US title.
Right. But I mean, again,
Yeah, but that
that's just Wikipedia, and technically, I used to be a famous alumni under my high school's Wikipedia page. So.
Fantastic.
Can we stop calling the hell of a kick a Luva kick?
It's a
of a kick.
It's a fucking kick.
I'm sorry to what they call it together, so I'm...
He was also referenced as Jeff Harvey, and we don't call him that.
Hey, you know, leave Chris alone. He has an accent.
That Jeff Hardy can deal with it.
If we don't give Chris a hard time.
Yeah, it's not a hard time unless we tell him that Sami Zayn's not going to be on the main roster anytime soon.
Oh.
It's alright, I'm pretty damn aware of
No,
that.
we're supposed to give him a hard
Craig, neither is Kevin Owens.
I actually don't know. I'm really debating this one. I thought about it. You know how we said to everyone, in one... What if Kevin Owens' thing is exactly what Paul Heyman had? He has spoilers.
What we're going to have is Kevin Owens will be the one to bridge the gap. The main guy to help do that.
Yeah.
The start of, not necessarily Kevin Owens going to the main roster, but being going to the roster when it's the main roster itself. Like, on that level.
I'm just saying, if you want him to bridge both gaps, he will title. He holds both titles and go.
That's the title.
And how well would that play into his family man get to win another title for his family?
Yeah.
Right.
I also think it's fantastic if we had. Okay, let's say he wins against Cena and gets the US title. I think he should then lose to Cena and lose the NXT title.
Ew.
Ew.
Of Cena with the NXT title.
Yeah, no, I'm not cool.
No.
Cena's not
like
working
that at all.
NXT. Yeah, Cena's not working NXT.
No,
I mean,
he'll never work in NXT. Ever.
there's a chance for tonight. I'm not gonna discount seeing John tonight.
Well, probably will be again.
Tonight, let's take a shot on that. Who
Oh,
did
well.
we see?
The thing, before we start that off, Hideo Itami cannot compete tonight.
Right.
So I'm not sure why not compete on for a few months.
Of course, and that's where NXT fan 916 has said, will anyone else be added to the match?
Yes. What has actually been stated? What was stated? Triple H, for those of you who don't know, is that
By his real name.
he will be.
He will be represented.
Yes, be some Jarrett.
Jimmy Yang. That's why all the Jimmy Wang Yang talk.
Oh, maybe.
No. They're gonna bring back Yoshi.
Yeah, actually, that would.
Yoshi's in a hospital bed.
No, he
He's
is.
crippled because he doesn't know how to take a Styles Clash.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not meant to tuck your head. And it's a very harsh move.
Let's put that down. Jimmy Wang. Let's see.
Long as
Oh wait.
If Itami's coming out looking like Scorpion, he's coming out with a cowboy hat.
I'm sorry. That was the cowboy hat and attacks him and takes the cowboy hat away. I would be super K.
I've obviously as well. Do we see a Yuha Nation? Do we see a Samoa Joe? Or Joe?
Samoa Joe, not yet.
No, maybe not. Maybe.
Yeah, Joe still has indie dates that he has to finish up. So
Unless Joe's got a special contract.
It depends whether or not Triple H's contracts as Vince's.
Yeah. I think if it's Triple H's, it's possible we'll see Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe could even replace Satami.
Fantastic shout. But otherwise not. I'd say yes to Yuha Nation, but not to Joe just yet.
Well, this is a guy that you need to watch for. Yuha Nation is going to tear that roster up. So athletic for a guy his size. He is essentially Bobby Lashley with charisma.
Wow, really?
I mean, this guy can do standing shooting star presses. He can do
Oh,
standing
wow.
moves.
Same,
Yeah,
I was thinking Willie Mack.
Basically, right there.
No, honestly, this guy is going to be phenomenal. My only hope is they don't push him like a Shelton Benjamin.
No.
He's
no.
the man, so.
Currently, the way they're booking him, like, I'm the gold standard. I'm ready to come here. I'm this. I'm that. I'm the money. It's like a horrible mix between Shelton Benjamin, MVP, and Bobby Lashley.
Well, because they only know how to book black guys a certain way.
That's very true.
They only know how to book all minorities a certain way. I'm not just going to limit it. You know, that's it. That's just how that company has always been.
That's very true.
That it's all.
That's very true.
So, fun fact: on Twitter stated, "I would never say never for anything, and I never thought the NXT champion drop John Cena. P.S. I liked it. Expect Cena to be mixed up with you."
I'm cool with that. I mean, after he drops the U.S. title, sure. Because someone needs to take over that spot. I mean, Roman can't do it for 7, 8 months.
Expect Cena to be in with the Authority and like fighting against them.
Yeah, main opponent. You know.
Yeah, if they've given up on Reigns, they'll put it back to Cena.
I think they've given up on Reigns. I just don't think now's the right time to put Reigns with the Authority.
No. You don't put the belt on Reigns yet. All roads to WrestleMania in a Shield triple threat.
We'll say one runs Roman Brock again, but
Road.
I agree. I would prefer that.
My road is the road to money. It's paved in gold.
All right, this isn't the Wizard of Oz.
It's hey, you know what? They're going to be a Jerry World, and that place seats 100.
You've then got that. Then I suppose you've got Brock Rock if needs be, or you've got Triple H Ross.
Yep.
Oh,
Guys are limited at this point, if they book it right.
Forward to NXT tonight. I'm looking forward to it. I actually feel like it's on purpose.
yeah, I think it's quite possible that they've done this after Payback. I mean, everyone knew that Payback was going to be a C-level show.
But it was a good level show. I mean, it was fun.
It was a good C-level show.
I enjoyed it.
Actually, like an F-level show, if I'm honest.
Yeah, the 2 out of 3 Falls match was great.
F for Phil.
Yep.
Guys, don't forget, tomorrow night you can catch us on Breakdown. We're going to be doing our standard hangout. Like we told you guys last week, you can come along, join in this week. We want to know our fans. We want to meet, see how weird you all are, because we're pretty weird ourselves. And then, of course, after Wrestle Addicts, as we do one hell of a super show, or as Paul dubbed it earlier, the podcast. I every time I think about it. No, talking about the one with Wrestle Addicts.
That's right. Sorry, my bad.
Of course, with us tonight as well. Feel free to go over to levelsofwrestling.podbean.com when you're done listening. That's just saying Ringside Ramblers and, of course, Mind of Carnage. Alternatively, you can get us all on the app that we've got. Go over to Google Wrestling. It's easier to find us that way. And tomorrow night, I promise after Thursday night that the Wednesday Night Delight is going to put up a fight. Guys, what's our pop and heat for the week? I know Krista's been waiting for this one.
My pop. I don't really have a heat this week, but my pop is definitely Owens, Owen and Stina on that segment. That's definitely my pop of the week.
Okay. I think that's probably going to be everyone's.
Yep.
Okay, as established, everyone's pop of the week is the same. Tell you what, everyone, go nuts. Give us all your heat. Give us some JTG style heat. By the way, go check out. You can download it. It's only $1.99. It's the best read you're gonna have all this year.
And it's called Damn, Why Did I Write This?
So let's have your heat, guys. What we got?
Payback. Payback. It was fine. For me, it was them rushing through Rusev and Lana. I mean, they've already put her with somebody else. This was something that they really go, and I mean, we fantasy book things so much better. And
Turn your rhino down.
That's
Your heat for the week.
Payback.
Everyone's so negative. Everyone's so negative.
It's not as great as it could have been. That's all I'm saying. It could have been a lot better.
There'll be
Very
a woman
nice.
with a package waiting. Guys, it goes to the fans, mostly the ones on Twitter. A couple of people tend to take wrestling very seriously. You people are retards. Get a life.
Yep.
It'll be fun.
Yes, it's okay.
Wow.
Have you not heard Jericho's podcast with Finn Balor?
Yeah, country like a lifestyle over there.
Well, what they basically said is they had the company New Japan set up a complaint line just for Finn Balor, basically.
Essentially, I was saying my heat goes to the fans this week that take wrestling too seriously. The ones that kind of take it upon themselves to hate other fans, but in a really, really bad way. I don't know if many saw my my rant earlier on Twitter. I'm fairly sure a lot of people did. The fans that have been supporting themselves to give bigoted and racist remarks towards Naomi and her fans. Now, I think what people need to remember is it's just a fucking show. These people do what they're told they're in. I mean, do you go and tell, like, Mark Ruffalo he's racist because he doesn't want to be the Green Hulk? You know? That's not how it works. Like, you can't just tell people how you feel in a racist, derogatory manner just because you're ignorant. That's not how it works. You need to get in front of the train.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Guys, it's will be my favorite time of the week. When we pay our respects. We pay our special respects to that wonderful, wonderful man that brought us chat lips. He told us where Square Garden was. He flew in a jet every single week. This time, it's the Weekly Wazim. Who we got?
The floor is yours, sir. You're the one with the Weekly Wazim.
Oh,
Yeah.
indeed. I'm so glad I get to mention this again. Twice this man has been a Weekly Wazim. He is the ever Weekly Wazim. Mr. Robert Sudu Twa, as your handle's called. What the fuck is that? News site? We don't report news. We speculate on rumor. We're not a dirt sheet. We're not fussed about that kind of stuff. We're fans that speak to fans about being fans. Same as everyone else. However, to people, reports the same as every other fucking news site. Doesn't make you a glorified fan. It makes you a pompous cunt.
I'm going to say, can we wrap this up?
I'm getting so much angrier. But yeah, essentially, don't be a dick about it. Just be the guy that sits back and thinks you're even if you're not. Right? More. And I'm done.
Yeah.
What an angry
Yeah.
asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy blocked it. I don't even remember why. So.
I imagine it was probably the last argument we had. I mean, it was either
Fuck
that or,
him.
I mean, he's the leader of the IWC, so.
Who's that?
Overt. Sudu.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was the leader of the IWC. What the hell?
I'm the leader of the IWC. And the
I'm gonna
tag
have
team
I'm going to have to take this up.
What, at your general meeting every week? Man, that's a terrible meeting. It's just wall-to-wall pictures of CM Punk and Sami Zayn and Chris and Rover at a table. I don't think I could cope with that. Guys, obviously, over is minutes now. What are your predictions for tonight's show? I mean, who wins this match?
Owens.
Not a single bit of doubt.
Zayn is.
Well, Sammy's injured. To work the show, but I mean, he's like legit.
Yeah, well, he's not bad. He's prepared for it, so he's not as bad as everyone made out.
No, he's still got a
No,
rope
but
injury, but he can work.
they're just
He
not
can-
going to. They're just not going to overload him or get him to work full pell-mell.
I
You
get-
know, error out of caution in regarding to the injury.
If you watch the way that Zayn lands these techniques, he won't be landing on that shoulder all too often. He won't be lifting with that all too often. He'll be trying to take it easy.
And I think so.
Yes. So you damaged.
With the threats he made last week on NXT saying that he would go straight after him and he wouldn't come back this time, I think that just makes it perfect.
I mean, you know, especially if he's hurt, like he probably is, they're not going to put the strap on him. So,
Who wins the Divas match? Sorry, the women's match. I'm going to stop calling them Divas. I hate doing that. So, who wins the lady?
Sasha Banks.
I would honestly like to think that Becky might win. I quite like her, especially now that she's just got a new T-shirt. I'm sure it's ridiculous.
I want one. I want that shirt.
Only if
Either
you cut
way-
the sleeves off. Only if you cut the
Either-
sleeves off.
Oh yeah,
Either
there will
way,
be no.
It's Sasha Banks or Becky Lynch that wins. I think that would be fine. Either way, I'd be happy either way.
Match will be the match of the night.
I'm tempted to say that Balor and Itami and whoever will be match tonight.
Oh, I'm going.
That-
They're not putting on a bad match.
No, I don't think they'll put on a bad match. I just don't think it'll be the match of the night. Obviously, Zayn's injured.
Oh, it will. We got to Sami Zayn then, sir. It's on you.
I will back time. You can catch our super show where I guarantee there'll be more dick jokes than this show combined with all the rest of the series.
I'd actually like to point
Oh boy.
out right here because best one. I've looked back at the dates going back to Hell in a Cell 2014. Headline was Ambrose versus Rollins.
Yep.
Headline Survivor Series was Cena versus Authority with Rollins.
Yep.
TLC was Ambrose and Bray Wyatt. Royal Rumble won by Roman Reigns involving Ambrose. Fastlane was Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan. Mania was Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and Seth Rollins. Extreme Rules was Orton versus Rollins. Payback is Ambrose Reigns Rollins. And EC is going to be Ambrose Rollins.
So what you're telling me, Chris, is that the Shield have been in every main event since this time last year.
Pretty much.
But
They've
it's-
been invented just about every pay-per-view, at least one of the members has.
And do you know what the issue is?
What?
There's not enough main heels. And so I passed the floor to Paul.
Oh yes. Well, you know, I just that was a perfect segue into it. I mean, right now, who are your main event heels? You have Seth Rollins.
Okay.
You have and Big Show there by proxy, but those guys, someone that can distract a Roman Reigns from the main event scene. That's why it's important to build up guys like Wade Barrett, a Shane, Kevin Owens when he eventually gets there. The mid card is as stacked as it's. It's now time to elevate these.
King Barrett.
Ever. You know, Harper and Rowan do tag and single competitors, I don't see why they couldn't put Harper in the main event.
I think you have them. I think you have them both work at the table. So why not use them?
Yeah. Especially Harper.
It would be nice to see Harper there. I mean, he works well. I just feel he needs something more to his. They don't have a lot of character there.
No.
Well, okay, what would you have done with Harper to put him in the main event?
Since you're not
Put him
really
with
sure why. You could.
Putting him with Zeb, huh?
It'd actually be a good shout.
I think it works. I just question where guys Jack Swagger Zeb does come back.
Jack Swagger isn't even so bloody.
No, actually, he's known to be with Coulter. So how do you explain that they've split?
Segment on TV. Where the hell have you been? You left me here by myself. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, and then have Harper attack him.
Blame for his failure or for his lack of movement on the card.
I can
That'd
see
be a
it.
good way to do that.
Both have heels. Here's a discussion. So who would you choose to be main event heels?
I am going to throw Barrett, Sheamus, and Bray. No, not Wyatt, because he's an attraction. Rusev, Barrett, Sheamus. Hell, you can throw all guys together.
So you make the 3 Europeans, your heels.
Yep. Distract for the main event scene. Faces that can take turns, Bev and Ziggler.
I have United Kingdom.
Only if I can get Regal involved.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, throw in Balor and have Regal manage him. Sure.
And Regal always was a bad heel.
Well, they're not exactly going to be a bunch of British faces now, are they?
I know, obviously, they'd buy it.
No, probably not.
No one cares.
And Sheamus is a big enough team player that he won't make moves.
They could make a funny segment out of that when Sheamus to join, and Sheamus is like, I'm not even from the UK.
We get him heat as well if they're in England.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And we got the heat even if they do a show in Ireland.
So, as we come to a brief end to the show, as we're having some sound difficulties, and hopefully we'll have them resolved for next week. Please remember that you're with the Wrestle Addict, and make sure that you tune in for that podcast orgy that will be happening, because I guarantee Dick Jokes Wrestle Talk. Of course, at some point, someone's got to take the piss out of Chris.
God damn.
Of course, the Thursday night, Mr. Thursday Night, goes live against the Wednesday Night Delight team. That is Team Lowdown. Do not miss it. And of course, coming up in the next month or so, we are hoping to have an interview set up with Jack Jester from IC. For you, so hopefully that'll be streaming on here for you as well as on the app when it's done. And of course, we also have our interview set up with Bram. Now, do not miss this. Bram from TNA will be with us live on July 26th from Glasgow. We'll take your questions. We'll present them towards him. We'll try and answer as many as we can in the time that we've got. Do not miss that when we go live. So, of course, guys, tomorrow night we will see you again for Breakdown, where it's as well, because we want to get to know our fans. We want to know you. We want to know what makes you tick as well, because all of you obviously tune in every single week. You guys are the best to us. We want to...
Oh, come talk to us. Let us, or at least let Paul, or at least let Paul ridicule you.
To the mopey bastard that's Aaron. You too can get sad.
Yeah. Ladies, if you're listening, I don't think Paul's single, so don't even ask.
Paul is very taken. So.
Ladies, if you're listening and have a tan, Chris is single. I think he might be. Men, if you're listening and have a tan, Chris is single.
Yeah, funny.
Thanks for joining us. This has been Lowdown, and we've been the Levels of Wrestling. And remember, guys, next week, stay with us, and of course, stay on the level.